What does virtue development look like with one's spouse, one's kids, one's family? This is a fine question because when you think of the greatest joys and sorrows in your life, they've come from the same source, which is probably your spouse, your kids, your family. When we interact with our loved ones in a way that we are who we are, and there's no growth, there's no evolution, then what happens is we begin to distance ourselves from those we're supposed to love because our relationships change. They're always changing, and to adapt with those relationships, to evolve with those relationships, shows a growing love. That's what virtue development is, where I keep on becoming more virtuous, where I am living more for my spouse, my children, my family. They're changing, I have to change with them. Virtues are that change. And our family will perpetually test us in this way. Nobody can frustrate you like your spouse can. Nobody can disappoint you like your child can. And so sometimes we feel bitter about this, or why should we even get married or have kids? The fact that another person can bring out the worst in you shows that vice lives in our personality, and we need for that to come out. And the sooner that happens, the better. Like poison in one's system. The most practical virtues that we can all explore with our families, starting with adaptability. With families, more responsibilities come. An adaptable person will learn the thoughts and the talents to maintain harmony and happiness in that family. Another is communication. In families, there's a lot of tiredness, there's a lot of emotions. And for someone who's lethargic, someone who doesn't understand communication, they sometimes talk about the wrong things at the wrong time. Someone who has the virtue of astute communication, they'll know what to say, how often to say. If you bring up a point too often, it becomes nagging. You bring it up at the right time in the right way, it becomes advice. Adaptability, communication, and patience, acceptance. Patience to let our family grow in the way that is best for them, accepting them as they are. Changing oneself is so difficult. Who are we to try to change a family member? Be patient with letting them change how they're supposed to change, and let this be insulated by acceptance. The opposite of acceptance is expectations. One who is practicing the virtue of acceptance, they're finding happiness inside rather than projecting it outside. So their expectations come down, and that whole scene, every relationship is just more joyous. Everyone is more cheerful. We should all be childlike with our families.